Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor. Today on the island of Sodor, we'll see what happens when Toby tries to have an afternoon off. And Thomas will show us one of the island's very special places. But first, Thomas has something special to collect from the wharf. Emily is pulling the express, but today the express has 2 extra passenger cars. Emily finds it hard to puff up Gordon's Hill. Emily is stuck. But here's Edward. Edward is Emily's friend. A friend will always help you. Mavis is shunting freight cars at the quarry. Freight cars can be troublesome. Shunting all these cars will take Mavis a long time. But here's Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben are Mavis's friends. A friend will always help you. Thomas is taking some cars of fish from the docks to Knapford Yards. Thomas will have to pull smelly fish all the way to Knapford. But here's Arthur. Arthur is Thomas's friend. A friend will always help you. Edward helped Emily. Bill and Ben helped Mavis. And Arthur helped Thomas. It's good to have friends. The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. Thomas enjoys puffing all over the island. There are lots of special places to visit. Where's this? That's right. It's Farmer McColl's farm. There are lots of farms on Sodor. They have fields of green grass and yellow waving wheat. At Farmer McColl's farm, there are cows and sheep and chickens. Thomas and his friends toot hello to the farmers and animals. One day, Gordon had to move cows to their new shed in Farmer McColl's field. Gordon was in a hurry. He moved away too quickly. The car doors weren't properly fastened. Luckily, Henry was waiting at a signal. He saw what was happening and knew just what to do to help. Henry chuffed off slowly towards the new shed. The cows followed. They were hungry. They munched on the hay on Henry's flatbed. Gordon learned it's better to be slow. Emily learned that too when she wanted to help Thomas. One night, Emily met Thomas at a signal. She had been to the carnival. Thomas really wanted to go to the carnival, but he still had a lot of jobs to do. Emily told Thomas she'd take his train to the farm so he could go to the carnival. But Emily didn't know the vans were full of chickens. Emily raced away. The chickens squawked and cawed, but Emily wheezed on. Thomas caught up with her. He told her there were chickens in the cars. They must go slowly, he puffed. Farmer McColl's farm is very special for one engine. And that's Thomas. One day, Thomas had been working very hard. He had lots of jobs. He still had to take chickens to the market, sheep to Farmer McColl's farm, and the children to school. By the time Thomas had picked up the children, Thomas was very tired. And he was getting confused. So Thomas took the chickens to school, the sheep to market, and the children to Farmer McColl's farm. But the children had a wonderful day. They helped Farmer McColl, and they were very happy to be covered in mud and straw. So that's why Farmer McColl's farm is very special for Thomas. There are so many special places on the island of Sodor. Next time, Thomas will show us somewhere else. All the engines on Sir Topham Hatt's railway look different. Can you tell who this is? This engine has 2 big pairs of wheels, 5 small pairs of wheels, and a tall, thin funnel. What else can we see on this engine? It's the number 2. Can you remember which of Sir Topham Hatt's engines is number 2? Here's another clue. This engine is a beautiful bright blue color. Only one engine on Sodor has all those wheels, is blue, and wears the number 2. Do you know who it is? That's right. It's Edward. Hello, Edward.